Okay, so I am making this video for one reason, and that's for me to get my frustrations out. So I'm basically frustrated because I work for Fedex, a FedEx office, and as you know, the coronavirus is going on, and I had time off for about a month, and I used all my vacation time, all my sick time, and then they, gave me time off, and it was really good. It was really great. And even before then, they reduced our hours. And even if we were below full time hours, like 28 or 25, they would give us 35, which was pretty good. And, I was pretty happy with that. But after Governor Whitmer, actually pushed out the stay at home order, that's when it really got real for me. Because at home, I live with, a senior citizen. I live with one of my roommates who goes and takes care of elderly disabled people at their home. And then I have another roommate who can't even work right now because of the stay at home order and their quarantine. At home, why it's not really a good idea for me to go out and expose myself if the governor thinks it's like a really bad idea to go out. So, I took time off, and it was for about a month. Everything was going great, and then eventually it got put back to, let's see, I started taking time off on the 24th of March, and then, they wanted me to come back like a week into it. I told them no, nothing's really changed. The reason why I took time off. And so, they forced me to come back. They said I had to come back. And so I came back, and, there's all these new procedures, which most of them are, safe. It's to keep us safe, but some of them are really dumb. So right now, if you don't know, FedEx office is furloughing people, which really means just it's a fancy layoff, where we still get to keep our health benefits. And I didn't get furloughed, but I didn't want to come back until the stay-at-home order was lifted up enough to where they allow people to go to restaurants and stuff like that, where she felt it was okay enough because our numbers were down. But, they made me come back, and when I came back, there were, all these new rules and precautions, like I was saying. And, a lot of them were just to keep us safe, but some of them were really dumb. Like, for example, I expressed the fact that, if we had to furlough people here at our office, that I wouldn't mind going because some of these other people needed to work, and I could just get unemployment, and I would have no problem with that. I mean, it would suck not working and not being there, and doing something that I enjoyed to do, but my at home situation is kind of more important. And for the fact that I had asthma as a kid, so my dad was telling me that it's possible for it to come back, and since I don't know if it's technically pre-existing, because I haven't really struggled with asthma since I was a little kid, so I don't know if it's something I should be worried about. But basically, what I was trying to say is that if you even mentioned that you'd be okay getting furloughed, or you'd be okay getting laid off temporarily, I was told that if I were to say that again, I'm going to get fired or let go. Or no, it's a voluntary resignation, because there are people who do want to work, and I'm taking my health more important than my work, I guess. And so they've done like that. And another thing they had an issue with is uh you know usually we would help people lift stuff and take stuff into their car, which I generally have no problem with, but someone needed help taking stuff to their car. And my manager already, said that, that we can't do that because it's for our safety. We can't, because we're in 6 feet of them, and we can't take stuff to their car. Um, and I told him, yeah, I wouldn't have done that anyway, because that is, I don't want to go near their car. I don't want to get, I don't, their car is full of bacteria. I just don't want to get near it. I don't want to like risk that, because I am overly cautious right now. And he told me, oh, you're not going to tell me what to do. You're not going to tell me what you can and can't do. And, I just kind of thought to myself, well, that's my health. I'm taking care of myself. And if you tell me to do something, that, I feel like puts my health in danger, I'm not going to do it. There's no way I'm going to do it. So and he didn't like that either. And so there's just a lot of problems there. And when I came back, I have a face mask at home I would like to use to even keep myself safe. But I can't use any face mask at home. They only provide us with these like thin little blue ones, which I mean is better than nothing. But they also the ones because the thin little blue ones are the one my manager provided with us. But what the company provided with us is like basically think about like pantyhose, because that's what the thickness and consistency is of the face mask they gave us. And it's like a little strip. It really just kind of covers this, and that's it. And they're basically like a washcloth but thinner with like two holes slit on the side, so that way you can put it over your ear for the however long your face is. And it's just a bunch of craziness right now. And I should be grateful that I do have a job, but I don't know if being grateful is what I should be feeling, because FedEx office in itself is mostly just printing. I mean, we do have people come in and deliver packages, but most of our money does come from what I've observed anyway, from printing, and most of that's closed down. And people can take their packages to FedEx Express hubs or FedEx Ground hubs. They just don't advertise that because they want people to come to the office, so that way they see the printing and they can make more money that way, which I guess is a smart business decision. When they were telling me I had to come back, my options were either quit, come back, or put in for leave, request leave of absence. And I know that wasn't going to work because my district manager has to approve that. And the whole saying that you'd be okay getting furloughed or getting laid off is you saying you want to resign, voluntary resignation. There's no way she would approve me putting in a leave of absence. There's just no way. So, that's not really an option. So I have to come back. And then, so I was supposed to work today, but I took, even though I don't have any time, I took the day off because I just have to get myself straightened out and figure out what I'm going to do, because I don't want to go to work and get exposed and then come home and then get my roommate sick, and then I get my roommate who takes care of elderly people sick, and then he goes over there and he doesn't even know he has it, and he gives it to his clients, and then his clients get sick, and they're really old people and they can't even take care of themselves. That's what he mostly does, is take care of them, does basically every basic function for them. But if they got that, there's no way they'd make it. And as well as my roommate who's elderly, he's not 75 or anything. I think that's the threshold for it, but he's like 68, so he's pretty close to that. And I don't want to be the reason that he gets sick. And it's not really fair to the person who doesn't have who can't work, that wants to work, to get sick with it, because he has to stay home and he gets it anyway. And I really do like working for FedEx. It's really not a bad job. The position I'm put in, I just have no idea what to do. I guess I just needed to get that off my chest, because I'm over here just so irritated and frustrated, and I don't know what to do. So, I thought I'd make a video of myself just unloading some of that stress. And if anybody's wondering, why'd you upload this or why'd you do that, this is just mostly for me. If somebody else randomly watched it, thanks for watching. Let me know if you're feeling any frustrations yourself, but that's it.